this is the tally site which you're getting. You must have gone to this site, and within
Yes.
this site,
Yes.
you will find a lot of these videos which we have put up for free, and we have also put up the presentations copies for everybody here. Are you getting it? So
Yes.
what you can
Yeah.
do is you
I
can
check. I
download
check.
each one of them, and I'll explain to you how exactly to read these files. In case you get stuck, then just tell me, right? ODBC is here, so I'm just going back to my server. So ODBC is basically, say I have my tally XML schema here. This is my tally XML schema. Yeah. So this schema is my ODBC. You can assume it this way. But within the schema, below
Oh.
the second level, it will not go. So, for example, it will go up to all inventory levels, but it will not go up to the batch allocations. Similarly, it will not go to the bill allocations.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now I'll go down to the straight. This thing is there, and we'll go from it here. So within the XML, sir, if I'm looking at it, there are going to be three things which you need to be very conversant of. That tally basically works with three basic variables: SV from date, SV current company, and SV to date. So within your XML, anytime you extract the data, these three parameters should always be there. That means that for
Okay.
any report that you extract, you always will get it only for one company.
Yes.
It's clear. So for example,
Yes.
how do you exactly extract the data for say actually the balance sheet? So now you open the balance sheets from there down here. You go down to the report here, and you add within the notes you capture this entire thing. So this is Control A, Control C. Is it clear? Now you go down to your
Yeah.
tools, go down to your tally connector, and then say Control V. Is that clear? So here
Yes.
is
Yes.
envelope header version. So what I'm doing is I can do three requests to the tally. One is an export, one is an import, and the third one is a sync.
Okay.
Okay. So right now you need to do export or import primarily, right? And what do? You do a
Yes.
data. So data basically means a report, then you have a collection, then you have an object and a function. So since I'm looking to export a report, then what I do is I then put the ID name of the report here, so the balance sheet, and then this. So simply copy this for your XML extract. Is that clear? Now
Yes. I'm
this
clear.
localhost 9000, sir, how do you do it is, like a localhost 9000 is this thing. So just go with me. So many things you might know, right? But just go with me here so that if there are any knowledge gaps, then there's things. So you go down to settings, you go down to connectivity, and click enter, and this should be the scenario. So in a nutshell, what you're doing is you're using Tally as a web server. So this is what we had
Okay.
done. So initially we had taken the tally what documentation and developed our entire solution based on it. Is that clear?
Okay. Yes. I'm clear.
So then what happens is I go here and then you press go. So once you press go, you will get this output here. This is capital account and so forth, so forth, so forth.
Okay.
Similarly, if I go here, then if I press on trial balance, then here, so if I want to say trial balance, then I go here. I get this here. Go. So I'm getting my trial balance. Is that clear?
Okay.
But this will
Yes.
work
Yes.
only for one company.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, how it replicates within the tally is, and this is where we also started facing the complications was how, so we replicated it that, okay, fine, how would we get it in tally is that I say D plus T, and then I say Alt F1. So when I say D plus T plus Alt F1 is what this output is giving.
That is the detail.
Wait, just go very slowly on this because you've asked me for a lot of things. So I'm just trying to give you a lot of dump here. D plus
Yeah.
T
Yeah.
plus Alt F1 is what this output XML output is giving. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now what was pending was Alt F2 was pending. Right. Alt F2 is SV from and SV to date. That can be set in as a parameter, which I will tell you. Then Alt F3 is my company. Right, so
Yes.
SV current company, I'll be able to do it SV from date and SV to date. But then the thing that came was F4. So if I need it for a specific group, I have to select it once,
Yes.
correct? And specifically more, what it was not giving me was ledger wise, which is F5. So I have these shortcut keys which are there. So as far as D plus T plus Alt F1 or B plus Alt F1 is what that XML is giving.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you know about the shortcut keys in Tally, right?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Is that clear, sir?
Yes, I am clear, sir.
Then I'm on this thing. Now the next thing that comes is when you approach it, which is this third point, which is here, is that when you have to do a columnar report, which is by month,
Yes.
so then you see which is actually the F6 option, which is the monthly option. So then you use a repeat variable. So a
Yes.
repeat variable clause is going to be like this, is going to be like this, is that a repeat variable is going to be here. So you go down to this and pick up the profit and loss. So you can immediately go and start running these at your end, so that you don't have this problem. Because if a person has been struggling with this problem for a long time, then this module can really help, right? So here is the
Yes.
repeat variable. I go here, I say control A, delete, and then control V. So repeat variable is the same as in Tally, repeat set, right? And I say go. Now this is not giving the data for that company completely because of the wrong current company here. So just copy it and you can get that data. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, I am clear.
This has come in as this thing. Now the problem that we faced is that if I kept multiple repeat this thing variables like this, then we had a lot of problem in extracting it at the database level. That was our first problem, because we didn't know how to link it, because it does not give any
Yes.
details which month, which quarter. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
So if I need to have a repeat variable and I need to put it into the database, I have to do multiple times extracts. That was the only way we could find it out.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now comes the second point, which is the critical point, which is I think where you are actually probably struggling is where you need probably the this thing is the parameterized reports, the ledger vouchers and the stock item vouchers report. Now go with me very, very slowly on how Tally is working. Okay,
Yeah.
this is where we actually had a lot of problem, and this is where a lot of developers are having a problem. I quit here, right? Escape. Okay, now I go down to P my profit, I pick up my sales accounts. Now I'm getting down to the groups. So suppose I pick up the civil interior works and then I pick this up here. So your sales number is not coming from voucher registers, it's coming from ledger vouchers. See it very, very carefully. The sales number is not coming from voucher register, it is coming from ledger vouchers.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
And it has
Yes.
a parameter called civil interior work.
Yes.
It's a parameterized report. That means if I have a sales account, if I've got 40 such sales accounts, I have to hit this report multiple times. Between Alt F2, which is the current SV from date, and SV to date, Alt F3 for each different company. Are you getting from where I'm coming? I've got 10 such
Yes.
companies and 50 different letters. That means I have to hit 500 times to get my sales number.
Yes.
Clear? This is how Tally is working.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I press F8. When I press F8, I have all these options. So here what I can do is I can save the view by using what we call the control L. But this is the F8 which I have to do it physically. So Control L, you can save it physically, right?
Yes.
A different view. Right. So this is one thing which you need. So now how to replicate this scenario is, what you need to do is, now you need to go in here, which is your voucher ledger report, and pick this up, Control A, Control C completely. So just follow what I am doing it at your end also. Then
Okay.
Control A and then delete, and then say Control V. Are you clear?
Yes.
I am exporting this report, and here I say the ledger name is Civil Interior Work. Then I set my,
K,
yes sir.
K type twice. Work. Civil interior work. Okay. Addition. There is additional K.
Let me check there. No, it's fine.
Okay.
SV
Okay.
from date and SV to date is here, and I set the explode flag. So this is ready-made XML which you can test it. So what
Yes.
we
Yes.
figured it out is, if we have got 40 different sales accounts, we'll have to hit it 40 different times. If we have got 30, and if you have got this by this particular date range,
Yes.
and if you have got different kinds of companies, we'll have to hit it each time differently. Which is what I think is the problem many people are facing. Because this sales number is not the same as in the voucher register, because your voucher register number is going to come like this. When I go here, I say D plus A plus S, right? And then comes the standard Alt F2, Alt F3, Alt F4. Is this
Yes.
clear? Sir, are you
Yes.
finding
Yes.
this session useful? Because I'm giving you the dump. You know that, okay, fine. So that you can understand how the XML portion is working.
Yeah. I'm understanding.
Right. So you'll have the YouTube session, you have the complete code. Please run it at using the Tally instance at your end. Because
Okay. Sure.
we went through each step process, we tried to understand scientifically over many projects. So after certain time, we had to take a call whether we need to go with XML or ODBC, or whether we go ahead with a separate one.
Yeah.
Because we landed up in a situation wherein, after doing about 8 to 10 analytic applications, we were not 100% sure of the sales number also, because we initially took voucher register sales. This number might not necessarily match with the total sales number, because it does not include debit note, credit note, and everything else.
Yes.
It does not include even the general. Because the moment you make an analytic application of web app, the person will say, okay, fine, what's my number? Sales number. He'll try and match it with the sales accounts number. If that number does not match, he'll scrap it.
Yes. Yes.
Clear? So I'm telling you how
Yes.
Tally works. So this voucher register summation by sales voucher type does not mean it will match with the sales accounts number in the profit and loss. No, but that's not how Tally is working.
Yeah.
Is it clear? Now go
Yes.
down
Yes.
to F12 here, and within the F12 you say yes, then you say detailed here, then you say yes, yes, right, yes. This F12 is there, and then say A, accept. Sorry, then go to F8, sorry, F8, and within this you say accept here. So once you press F8 here, accept, then you come down here and it will give you a number called the gross profit. Show profit by using F7. Am I correct here?
Yes. Yes.
Now the thing is that this gross profit number is not exported in XML. You can try it, but this thing. So how to get the voucher register is the next one which you do. You pick this up, Control A, Control C. right? And then you pick up this. Control A, delete, Control V. This is voucher register, and you pick up your voucher type name as this. Say sale or purchase. And this will give you the complete voucher register movement. Clear?
Yes.
Sale or purchase. Just one second. What happened? Here we go. Clear? But this
Yes.
gross profit number never came. That was the second problem. The other problem was my clients were very finicky. You see, this rate is on which date?
31st August.
Correct. If I'm having monthly periodicity and I have to find out the profit for 12 months, then how many times do I have to export this in Excel?
12th time.
If I'm doing it on a daily periodicity for 2 years, how many times do I have to export?
That will be more than
365
700.
into 2, 730.
730 years.
Clear? So, sir,
Yes,
I have
yes.
explained to you the issue here that this was it, which is I think you're having it. So please don't browbeat yourself on it. This is with what we understood with from XML. So the XML limitations what we got was it will extract only for a single company. For parameterized reports, you will have to hit multiple hits. It's a top-down approach. If you do voucher register, it will be very slow extract. So you have to extract it day by day. So I had initially spent a lot of my money and time in actually extracting daybook or voucher register day by day between DSP from and DSP to date and putting it in database. With a heavy load on tally system, and the trial balance is only up to Alt F1. F5, F4 is not there. Clear?
Yes.
So does this solve your this thing? Does this give you a better idea?
Yeah.
Correct. And this is since this is top-down approach, so we were having cases wherein we were not even able to get like sundry debtors debit balance and not necessarily my receivables, because my receivables can come from payable, receivables, sundry creditors also.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I have shown you here this thing. So the JSON extract, which is I think which you had contacted me was done for unlimited company. So unlimited company means Alt F3, simple straight. Unlimited time period, which is Alt F2. All group hierarchy, which is F4. F12 is for complete configuration. And JSON is API friendly. And also that lot of TDL developers have a lot of tally customization. So tally customization should be added. And everything should be in a single hit. Single extract, I want everything.
Yes.
Okay. So sir, this actually completes my free session as far as the API is concerned, as far as the XML API is concerned. So all these things are there with you here. You can download it. You can look at the parameterized reports and this thing. So my first stage is done.
Okay.
Now I'll come down to your tricky point, which is how do you extract the invoice? You have written to me, right?
Yes, yes.
Because regenerating the invoice is very tough. Right? So for extracting the invoice, okay, you have to use the form accept activity. So sir, you can try it. So as the invoice is being done, you export the invoice. And what we have done is we have exported the invoice and then put it into the SQL Server database. So which I will show you now. Just one second. Wait. Oops. My system tally is hung. What? Just 1 second. I will have to just get a new TCP. Just 1 second.
Yes, yes, sure.
Just 1 second. The real time extract. Just 1 second. Actually, there are multiple projects going on. I was doing some testing of some project. So I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that's when.
Because
Yes.
I think I've done a testing of some project and therefore there's a problem here. Just 1 second.
No problem.
Get
It's
a
okay.
real time extract. So sir, this is how it is. XML API, sir, I've given you a good, I think a good decent idea. JSON API, if you want to try, I'll do a free Power BI deployment so you can actually test it out, how it works.
Okay, okay, sure. Okay.
So that I'll have to just give you the TCP and then extract that data, and then there's a Power BI module in which you will deploy it. Just 1 second. Wait. No, there is some load on the system is quite a bit. Wait. Oh dear, just 1 second. Help. So sir, I'm actually just doing this free, on this thing so that people do not face the same problem that I faced.
Yeah, that's your a great support. But I was thinking about that. Like, you have this, your each session is very descriptive, and I was thinking how you can manage yourself. Like, you need to spend time, you need to speak a lot of things.
Right, so just wait a second. So it's basically, so now I go down to, just wait a second. I go down to
Yeah,
here
sure.
my day book, suppose. And within the day book, sir, what I do is I pick up a sales invoice, suppose. Right, 1/7/2024, 1/7/2024. I pick up my sales invoice and I pick up, say, enter. The moment I accept it, this is a form acceptance way.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm accepting this form. Right, I
Yes, yes.
export my invoice. Now this is where it's a lot of this work is coming in, is that the moment I accept this invoice, so here this invoice is coming here with the sample company. You see this invoice, you can do it. So on form accept, you can export it.
Yes.
Right, so this invoice is going to come based on the tally customizations. There's some issue with my, I think because of my Power BI, the heavy load is there. So actually your JSON, the JSON XML gives the complete group hierarchy, F3 and this thing. So that is separate. So that is not part of that this free demo. Right, so here we are getting this here. You see this is my PDF document. This is my PDF document, which is the ready-made invoice. So on form
Yeah.
accept, you export it, and then what people are doing is based on this export, then they're picking it up onto their cloud instance.
Yes.
So you name this separately based on the master ID name, the date, and the time. Pick it up on the cloud instance and you have the invoice copy. So the last
Yeah, got
portion,
it.
sir, is that in case you want to do a free POC with respect to the JSON API for Alt F3, Alt F2, F4, F5, F12, then I'm supposed to do it. That's part of the process. Anything else, sir?
No. Up to this, I'm very clear, and whatever you described, that was very descriptive, and I already learned several things.
Right, sir. So in case you like the demo, then I'm in business intelligence. So on this review sheet, if you can give us a, this thing is there. Then in case you want to use the JSON API, then I'll be grateful. So this I'm giving, so you can give a reference in case you like it. And
Okay, sure.
and then this thing is there. And in case you want to use the TCP for extracting it using the JSON and then putting it into Power BI, then just tell me, I can do it right now.
If you have time, then you can show.
Okay, fine. So I'm just closing